Hello everyone, it's my great honor here to share with you how to effectively negotiate with people from different cultural backgrounds. And as I am an international student from China, I would like to introduce to you the future of Chinese culture and give some practical advice about how to negotiate with Chinese people. The presentation is divided into two parts. First, I will give a brief introduction about the background information about Chinese culture, and then some practical action plan on how to formulate an effective negotiation will be put forward. Now let's get started. When we are talking about Chinese culture, we have to mention one person, namely Confucius, who is the founder of Confucianism. Confucianism has caused profound influence on all Chinese people, and it had not only an impact on Chinese people's thoughts, but also on their ways of speaking and negotiating with others. Now let's have a brief look at the Confucianism. This school takes the teaching of Confucius as its core of thought and regard the words and deeds of Confucius as its highest code of behavior. It advocates the benevolence and justice, elegance and forbearance, the doctrine of the golden mean, and value the ethical relations of men among them. The golden mean is the principle that affected Chinese people's ways of speaking most. The golden mean refers to a kind of consecutive way on and under the guidance of the golden mean. Chinese people tend to speak in a implemented way, and the Chinese culture belongs to high context culture. Now I will give you a detailed introduction about some key feature of Chinese culture. There is a famous painting about the difference between Chinese people and Western people of how to convey their personal views. The left one refers to Western people, while the right refers to Chinese people. We can see that Chinese people are used to beat around the bush when they want to express their opinions. Give a simple example. Sometimes when a Chinese want to express yes, they may shake their hand instead, or sometimes when they want to say no, they may say yes. What's more, in China, if a person expresses his own point of view like the foreigner, just as shown in the right part of the picture, then he will be regarded as unsophisticated and straightforward, and this kind of people is likely to suffer loss in other people's eyes. The next part is a negotiator toolkit. In this part, we will see how to approach the specific negotiation tasks with Chinese people. People provided immediate information, and in China, the highest level of Chinese people's pursuit of communication is usually to perceive by intuition, and they don't like the communication method which is too straightforward. Before communication, people may chat something casually so that the distance between the two parties of communication may be shortened. Besides, talking about the subject too directly can be offensive. They really expected the two parties of communication are able to have a basic understanding of each other, no matter what the topic of the communication is. They prefer a relaxed and sincere way to talking to others. When disagreements occur, they may tend to remain silent or ask alternatives instead of speaking out their opinions directly. They will expect to wait for a solution, and as Chinese society pays attention to human relations, they may get concessions for their people's sake. They prefer handling conflicts in a gentle way without harming the relationship. Now, next I will talk about give some thoughts on how to manage the process of negotiation more effectively. We should get to know some basic information about them, and some casual chat is conductive to the following negotiation. The casual chat may include concern for each other family members, careers, and so on. While Chinese people will enjoy such concerns, don't ask for privacy, especially the age of the girl. Chinese people like to negotiate with someone who they trust and negotiate in a polite manner. We should hierarchical and share respect when we are communicating with the elders, or we will be regarded as rude and impolite. Try to remind the opinions when talking with the elders and express our different opinions in a proper to the elders later. Because if we point out our view directly, they may feel embarrassed. If we have a great relationship with Chinese people whom we are going to communicate with, then we usually don't have to make concession for them. Will think of us and make concession activity. If not, we had better not expect too much on their concession. This is the end of my presentation, and I hope that you will know more about the communication method in China. Thanks for watching.